Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my art progress. I'm going to show you a few of my old art pieces. And this is also kind of going to be a mindset video because I want to talk to you about cringe, being cringe, embracing cringe, letting go of cringe. If this is too much talking to, well, I want to talk about it. So there has been a lot of people in my life who questioned, how my art has improved and how I found my style. And to be honest, when I started my art journey, as I like to call it, I didn't really know in which direction I wanted to go first. I just knew I liked some things, I didn't like a few other things, and I tried out so many techniques, so many ways to express myself. You can tell by my old art, which I'm going to show you in a second, there wasn't like a common theme that was stringing throughout all of these works. You can tell that was just inspired by Tumblr and We Hearted. Who else knows We Hearted? Who was on We Hearted? With time, I knew what I wanted to do and what I didn't like. And I not quickly, but I eventually figured out that I don't like to work in colors. At least, not always. I do prefer graphite, and now I rarely work in colors. It's fun sometimes, but it's not something that I want to do for every piece. This is also a reminder that progress is also not linear. You can tell from my past works that I was going to end up with the work that I have right now. It takes a lot of trial and errors to get where you are right now as a person and as an artist. So there's that. There are days where I think I'm improving a lot, and there are also days where I think I'm going backwards. But I guess that's being human. So now let's get into it. Enough of the talking. You wanted to see the old art, you're getting it. So let's get into it. This folder, this big folder, is from 2014 and 2020. It collects all my art from that time. And it's gonna go from okay to worse. We're starting with this. This is kind of like a pastel chalk. But why did I make this signature so big? This was 2016. It's not bad, but I kind of hate it. Sorry, not sorry. Here we have, you might think, wow, that's kind of an elaborate style, but I definitely copied this style from another artist, just trying to be real here because I love the style and I love these hats, but it just wasn't it for me. And again, the big signature. I don't know what I was doing back then. Here we have another one again, and I just thought, this isn't for me. This colorful stuff isn't for me. What I did like more is this. This kind of, goes in the direction that I'm now going. Again, the big signature. I don't know. But this is kind of cool. Here again with the hats, I don't know. This is also a little bit more on the creative, on the colorful side. But I'm not fully content with this, and this is, not something that I want to do full time. See, oh my god, I did it smaller. After 2016, something happened. I did my signature smaller. Nope, it's still big. Okay. But you can see I was kind of getting into the more simpler style here. This was kind of cool, but again, this is something that probably trended on Tumblr. Yes, let's be for real. This is kind of a chalk, the big signature again. This is kind of a chalk drawing I made of my mom. This is kind of cool. This also goes in the same direction that I'm not right now. Kind of more simplified, not 100% realistic, but you know, same goes with these. You can tell I kind of went in the direction that I'm now. This is my sister, even though the proportions are way off. This doesn't look like my sister at all. And this is me as a toddler. Um, yeah. Again, the colorful style. It was just, I tried to dabble in more colorful styles again, but it was just not it. Here we have a few more. This is also kind of cool. You can tell 2016, I was on something. Why is my signature so big? Anyway, more colors, more Tumblr-esque things. This is also kind of cool, kind of like a galaxy moment. By the way, I used to be so proud of this mermaid. It's so cool, like a rocker mermaid. More mermaids, more colors. Was still middle 2010 to the end. When was this made? 2014. Yeah, I was also huge into Disney. I'm still into Disney, and I had to do Ariel because that's my favorite Disney princess back then. You can tell fan art was kind of in my blood. This was what's it called again? Fault in Our Stars fan art. I don't really like it, but I saved it for the memories. A big eye. Okay. Here we have Pentatonics, the eyes of Pentatonics from 2015. I used to be a very big Pentatonics fan. Still am, actually. And I used to be very proud of this. Still am. I'm keeping it, A random dog in 2020. Not bad, honestly. I don't know. I've never painted a dog before. These one I actually made in a workshop, kind of like an art workshop that I did for a day, and we were supposed to do these one-liners, and that was kind of cool. Here another one-liner. It's kind of cool, but again, this was not a style that I was interested in. And you have the really old stuff again. 2015, Rihanna. With very weird proportions. Again, Ariel, can you tell? I loved Ariel. And of course, we had the eons old Hunger Games fan art. I think this was a Lion King somewhat. I don't know why I drew this. I don't know. Another mermaid, Lost Mermaid. There's not even a... Okay. I didn't know when I made this. What's on here anyway? Oh. This was supposed to be Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys. It doesn't look like Alex Turner at all. Again, the fan art. I was very proud of this back then. 2014. This was the Up movie. More fan art. This was definitely stolen from Tumblr. Definitely. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everyone who complimented me on this. This is not my original thing. And another eye. Wow. Another eye. Wow. I was the one who was always drawing eyes. Still am, but So I hope this was insightful to have a look at my old art. And this is also where the whole topic of being cringe comes into play. Cringe is a word that dominates my daily life, not because I am cringe, hopefully. With time, I noticed that the less I try to control how people see me, the more honest I became as an artist and also as a person. So you're only gonna benefit from it. And also most people are too busy worrying about themselves to notice you in that way. And if they are, mind your business. So maybe as like a final word to this whole cringe monologue, I just want to say I think a lot of what I did back then is out of fear of being judged and maybe not being taken seriously, under fear of being seen. With time and with experimenting, I found my style and leaned into that, and I noticed people liked it. So coming out of your shell, thinking out of the box and kind of creating your own niche also boosted my self-esteem in that way. And now I'm able to talk in front of a camera, I'm able to hold a monologue long enough, and I think there's not much to it than just ignore your own self-doubt and ignore other people's judgment, because they probably have way much more going on, and that's why they're judging. I know this video is kind of messy, but it's very honest. So I hope this was kind of insightful for you. You maybe had some takeaways from this monologue. Now I want to hear your side. What's something you didn't do for a long time because it felt cringe? Or maybe you're not doing something right now because it feels cringe. Open up in the comments. I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking through. Again, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was enjoyable. And remember, don't care about other people's opinion in that way. Be cringe. Be free. No one cares. Bye.